According to Ukraine, these pictures are further proof of Russia's increasing military role in supporting the Eastern Rebellion. Taken last month, they are said to show a Russian tank operating 6 kilometers within the Ukraine border. Further evidence has now been made public by NATO. The alliance claims these satellite images show Russian combat troops in Ukrainian territory. NATO says if such an incursion goes unchecked, Russia's role could prove pivotal in the rebellion's fight against Kyiv. Sentiment shared by many attending last week's EU summit in Brussels, most notably member states neighbouring Russia. Lithuania's president believes Moscow is at war.
I think the situation is worsening. Russia in open and direct involvement in and is at stage of war against Ukraine, and it is clear that means against country who wants to be closer to Europe. That means Russia is practically in the war against Europe.
For the moment, however, there's widespread disagreement over how best to respond to Russia. Germany's Chancellor Angela Merkel believes tougher sanctions must be given time to bite, rather than military action.
I
personally think that for Germany, the supply of weapons is not appropriate, and my interpretation of why we don't want to do this goes along with this. By this I mean there's no military solution to this conflict. But stateside, some fear that sanctions will ultimately prove pointless because President Putin enjoys widespread support.
The Russians are very brave and very long-suffering, and they will tough out any economic difficulty.
Many in Washington are now in favor of giving Kyiv direct military support, but President Obama has ruled out such a move.
It is not in the cards for us to see a military confrontation between Russia and the United States in this region.
Obama also made it clear that Article 5 of NATO's charter states that an attack on one member is an attack on all. Ukraine isn't a member, but NATO may now rally together if the alliance feels threatened.